All right, so we are getting ready to wrap up our day of training out here at the ranch with Adrian from Sidewinder Concepts, and we're going to run a couple of sample stages. The first one, I'm going to run it how I would run it. He's going to critique it, and then I'll try to run it again, and then we'll do a second stage if we have enough ammo left, and then we'll work through that together. You want to give us a rundown of what we're doing here?
Yeah, so we're going to do all gear in hands. It's going to be drop down to the prone. We're going to engage this, I think it's about a 1.5 inch circle at 200, maybe 2 inches, and then with 3 shots, and then we're gonna pick up, run over here to this tank trap, and 3 shots from each position here at 500-ish reduced A zone downrange there. Number of impacts, whoever has a higher impacts wins. All right, shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by. Impact. 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 Left one safe while transitioning. Alright, target 2. Transition. 3 shots per point.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant 3 hits.
12 round stage. Impact. 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 Alright, what'd you learn?
I was just holding wrong there.
Holding wrong? Looking
Yeah.
for wind?
Wind and elevation.
Okay.
I wasn't holding enough elevation, and I wasn't holding enough. Yeah.
How'd the positions feel?
Everything felt good, especially for the size of the target down there. Yeah. Felt good. Wobble zone felt good for them.
Recoil management?
Yeah, I think I honestly wasn't even that focused on recoil management as I was making sure that I wasn't slapping the trigger.
Okay.
That was kind of where my head was.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I feel like that's dialed in, I'll probably start looking at what, because I've noticed that when I'm slapping versus when I'm not slapping, it changes how the gun recoils.
Mm-hmm.
So
For better or for worse?
better
Better when
I'm pinning.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's more consistent.
Yeah.
Like it's more predictable what you can see
Yeah.
with the reticle movement and all
Yeah.
that other stuff.
Yeah. So I'll probably focus more on figuring out if I'm overdriving the gun or if I'm letting it do what it's supposed to do later.
Mm-hmm.
And right now I'm just making sure that I'm not slapping it. Okay, 7961. The second position was not great. Had a bunch of misses in there. I was just holding the wrong thing. Focusing a lot on not slapping the trigger. So we'll see how it goes next time. We'll see what Adrian does.
Is this camera recording?
Nope.
You want it?
Impact. 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 Safe. Impact.
A lot more wind out there.
Impact. 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 Impact.
Ooh, where'd that last one go? Off the left?
I didn't see it. I was looking at the clock. So it didn't pick up your last shot, but it was like 84 something was your last shot. Same amount of misses, right?
I think I pushed that last one.
I didn't see the last one. I was on my tippy toes trying to look through there.
I think that last one was off the left because I'm looking at the way I was loading and I'm pretty sure I bumped it.
Oh, okay.
I bumped this, so it was
Two
mics or 2 mics?
2 mics here and 1 there.
So then it was the same.
Yeah. But I was faster.
Yes.
Let's go. I missed faster, so that's what matters.
Missed faster.
Okay, so we ran out of ammo. We only had enough ammo to do one stage, but we kind of talked through back and forth what we thought did well, what we thought didn't do so well. But I wanted to get Adrian's feedback and see if there was anything he thought I could do better. And you were saying that it's not so much about doing anything special; it's more just about, you know, what were you saying? That there's only so much you can do in the space, right? And so it's mainly just the fundamentals.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do within long range as far as your positions go, that it's really just paying attention to those little nuances. So it's been said several times all over the internet, you know, square up your body, nice solid structure, good positive recoil management, natural point of aim. There's nothing new being said here. What you should be paying attention to is the consistency of all the other instructors that are out there, all harping on the exact same things, which is the consistency within the fundamentals. It all boils down to that. So where does the experience come from most of these guys? It has been from doing this over and over and over and over and over again. So get out there and train.
That was my time with Adrian from Sidewinder Concepts. And I want to say thank you to Adrian for taking time out of his schedule to sit down with me, to get out and shoot, to go over these things and allowing me to put it out for you guys in these videos. Now, through this whole scope carbine journey, you know, my goal has been to show my own process in growing through this and to be able to share some of that with you guys because I know you're growing on your own. So big thank you to Adrian for sharing that and allowing me to put this out for you guys. So make sure if you aren't already, go follow him on Instagram. He's doing some one-on-one courses, so if you're interested in that, go check that out. He's also doing classes. We're working on finding a range here in Texas for those of you who are in Texas or the surrounding areas. We're trying to find a range that we can do that out and also bring in guys like Precore and Counting Coup and Bruiser. If we can make that happen, we will do it. It's just a matter of the logistics of finding a range. Now, to the point of this video, I did beat Adrian. Yeah, so we went head to head. I beat him. The Joe beat the pro. So make me a little trophy. I hang it up there on the shelf. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. But in all seriousness, Adrian shared some new concepts or ideas for me anyways. And it was one of those things that where I had to walk away and go for a couple of weeks to try this out to figure out if that's going to work for me or not. Now, the cool thing is with this whole journey I tried to share with you guys is that being able to talk to Joe, being able to talk to Mike and Fred, you know, hopefully I can get them on video at some point, talking with Alex from Ridgeline and now Adrian and some other guys, being able to pick their brain and as Adrian mentioned, like looking across the board and going, okay, what is everybody doing the same? That's probably the things that I need to hone in on. Now, what are they all doing different? And seeing how they approach barricades different, seeing how they approach wind different, seeing how they approach speed drop different, and figuring out which of those, not necessarily right or wrong, there's situations where one may work better than the other, but figuring out for yourself what works better for you and adding those tools into the toolbox so that you can have the different ways to approach a barricade in the toolbox. So you know, hey, this is my preferred method, but in a weird situation or in this certain situation, this method's gonna work better for me. It's one of those things where you have to get out and try it. And after this time, you know, with Adrian, but also having done these videos with Joe and with other people and the feedback that I've been getting from you guys, nothing is gonna replace being at a class and nothing's gonna replace working with instructors, whether that's one-on-one like Adrian's currently doing or in a class setting like Joe or Precore or Counting Coup or Ridgeline. Any of those guys, nothing's going to replace being there where these guys can have hands-on with you and be able to see things like if you're slapping the trigger like I was. And that was a big win for me. Like walking away with a better follow-through, a better trigger press was a huge win for me. So if nothing else for that day, that was a big win for me. Now then learning all the other things was icing on the cake, and then I continue to learn and continue to progress. And I will say additionally, and I'll talk about this more in another video, trigger cams I think are going to change the way that, particularly for long range, instructors interact with students, because being able to see what the student is doing, being able to compare like we did in the previous video, side by side, what our wobble zones look like, what our recoil looks like. I can look at my recoil and go, dude, it's not as good as this guy's or that guy's. So what am I doing different? What am I doing wrong? Is there something that I'm doing in my structure or my position that's allowing the gun to recoil more than someone else? And the cool thing was with this whole series with Adrian is that you got to see us on the same gun. It wasn't two different guns. It wasn't two different setups or two different rounds. It was the same across the board. So anytime his recoil management is better, it's because he's better. Anytime he's faster, it's because he's faster. Has nothing to do with the gun. So across the board, it was cool to see that comparison. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And I hope you guys are continuing to take good information out of these videos. So with that said, do me a favor and leave in the comments, who do you guys want to see me pair with next? Now, I would love to do Fred and Mike, Fred from Counting Coup Tactical and Mike from Precore. I'm trying to get out to one of their classes. I've got to get into a block 1 before I can do block 2, but maybe I can get on video with them at one of their courses. Maybe they'll allow that. So, if that's something you guys want to see, if there's somebody else, leave it in the comments down below. We'll see if we can make that happen. I've got a few guys lined up who aren't big on social media, but they have a wealth of knowledge. So I'm trying to work out schedules to make that happen. But if there's somebody that you guys haven't heard me talk about that you're looking forward to, or there's something specific that you guys want to know more about as regards to precision work or scope carbine, leave it in the comments down below, and maybe I can get Joe back on the channel or someone else, and we'll figure all that out. Just trying to put out more informative stuff for you guys as we go through this journey together. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this series, and hopefully you guys continue to follow along as we put out more content, more videos. I'm looking at videos we have lined up and other stuff we got to talk about. If there's something else you want to know about outside of scope carbine, leave it in the comments down below. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Tap that bell so you get notified every time I upload a video, and I will see you guys in the next one.